Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Shakesfidget free-to-play playthrough. We're back in game. We're gonna finish our second run in the legendary dungeon and hopefully get a few more levels, some gold, some items in a third run. Unfortunately, the legendary dungeon finishes in 5 hours, so we will for sure not be able to finish the third run. However, even finishing the second run is really great as a free-to-play player. If you like this type of content, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to get a notification when a new video is out. And also don't forget to leave a comment below if you just want to say hello or if you want to share your opinion, a comment on the stuff we are doing here. If you want to see more of this type of content, please leave a comment below and I will respond. But back to the episode, so we actually managed to get some levels by pushing dungeons. Let's see if we might get perhaps one more. No. Okay, I mean we are close enough, but whatever. It would have been nice to get one because then we would be able to get a better item for us. But unfortunately we were not that lucky. Let's see if we will get some experience here. No. Okay. Nonetheless, let's go to the dungeon. So, as you remember from the previous episode, sorry, we are at level 100. I think that 50 to 60% of health would have been enough, but we do have a Gem of Fate, which increases damage dealt by monsters. I don't know first if this applies to the bosses, and second, this is 25% of the damage the boss usually deals. Let's say it applies. And he does like some 40% damage, so he would be doing like 50% damage. So having 50%, like 50 to 60% health should have been enough, just for the sake of let's say being on a safe side, because if we would die, then we would have to use shrooms to beat him. In this case scenario, we should be on a safe side. We will defeat him. If we waste 2 hours, it's not that problematic because anyway in 5 hours the legendary dungeon will close, so these 2 hours does not benefit us that much. But let's go and see. As always, a warning that we need 75% health. Oh, just quickly before we fight, improved item quality once. Let's see if we have anything else. Only once. Is there any other improve item quality item that we have? It's a head. Yes, sure. That's 2. Let's just quickly if there is anything in the shops. Nothing. So we have 2%. Anything on our beloved scout? No. Fortunately not. Anything on the other guys? Nothing. And I don't have anything on the mannequin either. So 2%, I mean 2 bonus points should not be bad. You can see we would for sure have died if we did with a 60%. He dealt like 70% of damage. So let's see what we will get. 3, 2, 1, and it's a head item. That's a second head item we got on this character, unfortunately. So as you can see, we already had this one. It is, I mean, this is better by 15 stats, but still, like, come on, we could have used another one. It's still good. It increases our chance of getting the legendary gem, but still, it's a bad thing. Like, would have benefited from another item. Nonetheless, let's start immediately the next run, and hopefully we will at least defeat the first boss to get some epic items. But it all depends how luck will be on our side. That's not bad actually. 5% dodge, not that we need it because in the first 5 levels it's irrelevant. Okay, this is also nice just in case that we get some traps, but again it's not a problem. Well, whatever, we will sell this, we don't need it. Okay, perfect. Trap and dodge. Nice. Now we are gonna fight to get some keys, hopefully. Come on, keys, please. Keys, yes. Let's see if the luck is on our side. We got 2 blessings so far. And another blessing. And it's a key blessing. Nice. Ah, come on, give us keys. Yes. Only one, and we have a 70% chance of getting 2 keys. I should have actually tried to dodge, because by this logic I'm fighting and we're not gonna do anything, because in 4 hours anyway it's gone. So let's actually skip a bit, try to skip some fights and similar if we can. If we cannot, it's fine. 18. Let's skip. Maybe we will get some epic. No. Okay, we still have the trap thingy. Ah, come on. We still have the trap thingy. And we're gonna die. So we are at level 20. Should we use some shrooms to go to 25? Let's see what we have of the items. So the best item which we have is, well, legendary item, which is 282. And this is 40 stats away, this is 40 stats away, 30, 40, 50, 50. So, I mean, if we would get the necklace, fine, but the chance of us getting the necklace from a single boss is slim to none. So let's not use the shrooms. In 5 hours we would get 20% health. This is not enough to defeat the first boss. I might still do one more. So we need 20%. Here you see these arrows. So you need at least 20% of health to be able to enter the dungeon again. Below 20, it says here, minimum 20 points required to enter. Below 20, you would not be able to enter. This would mean that in 4 hours, 5 hours, we are gonna be able to enter, but we need 5 levels to pass, and then the boss, it's the chances of us finishing is virtually impossible. So this would then end our runs in the legendary dungeon. And quickly to comment on what we achieved so far from that point of view. So personally, I think that as a free-to-play player, we managed to finish 2 runs, and we actually got a bit unlucky on the 4th, 5th death. I don't know, I don't remember. I mean the last room which we did today, this run, we got like 4 or 5 traps in a row, which completely messed up our run, because we could have defeated the boss immediately last night. We could have done then 20 levels last night, and then today we would defeat the first boss. So this messed us up a bit. The first one was also quite bad. The second part of it, after the first death, they managed to get like 5-6 levels. Luckily after that we got like 40 levels, 36 if I'm not mistaken, and then yesterday, or not yesterday, but in the second run, when we got the soul of the rabbit, we managed to rush through the, let's say, 50. I think we started at level 20 something, 24, 29, and we finished at 89. Like, we got 60 levels with a soul of a rabbit, which gives a 40% dodge chance bonus. So as always in this game, a lot of RNG is involved, and with this in mind, as a free-to-play player, you can for sure finish once. That's not at all in question, because even if you are quite unlucky and you do 10 to 20 floors each day, you have 10 days to finish it. This would mean that you can finish 100 to 200 floors in total, if we say that you can do 10 waves. Because, again, the first time you enter, the first 5 floors are free. You just go to the mysterious door. You will always get a positive outcome, or it will not be negative outcome, let's put it like this. You will never be a monster in the mysterious room. You also get the free mystery shop or key shop when you first start, which means you can immediately get some nice buff, either a dodge or one hit wonder, get some keys, and then you can use those keys later on to skip some doors or skip some floors. So doing one run is of course possible. Doing a second run, it all depends how lucky you are, of course. And we got really lucky. We got Soul of the Rabbit. I have been watching some streamers, and A lot of them did not get Soul of the Rabbit. Like in 20-30 runs, they did not get it once. So it's the best buff there is. And if you get it, this is almost guaranteed that you would finish that run quite fast. If we did not get it, probably we might not have finished the second run, but as I said, I would have used some shrooms. If we would be, let's say, at 85 level floor, I would then use 48 shrooms to reset my health and then push until we finished. Otherwise, as we have it now, I would just stop. So from that point of view, it's always RNG. But some tips which you can have in mind. So first, always take one hit wonder. If you are at full health and you are at key shop, always take one hit wonder because this is guaranteed keys and guaranteed floor escapes. If you are sub 50% health, road to recovery makes more sense. The big one, of course, if you can take it. The reason for this is because it heals 120% of your health, so it would heal you to max. So you could still fight, get some damage from the mobs, but you get healed instantaneously because it heals 20%, and the mobs in the last 25 floors deal like 20-25% of your health. So you defeat a monster, but you get healed for the same amount immediately. So that's the second tip. Always when you are taking Gems of Fate, always consider the downside of the debuff of the Gem of Fate. So that one is more impactful than the bonus, because bonuses can give you some, let's say, good stuff like 20% increased dodge, but if it gives also 20% increased damage, this means you need more health to survive, and this means you would die sooner. And this is exactly what the problem is. Usually people just say, oh, 20% dodge. Fine, but the downside is really, really bad. Like Soul of the Rabbit itself, it gives 25% increased damage. However, the benefit is 40% dodge. So it outweighs the damage by a lot, because you're gonna dodge a lot. However, 20% increased dodge does not pay off if the downside is also 20% more damage or something like that. Curses usually are not that bad because you should avoid curses in general. The only thing which you need to consider is what I was actually not considering in the latest run, is that the curse, if you take the increased curse, you should not fight the monsters, especially in the last one. And if I'm not mistaken, the second one, let's actually just quickly check. So in the, yeah, so not in the second one, but third one and fourth one, this is 5% damage for 10 rooms, and this is 50% more damage from monsters for 5 rooms, if I'm not mistaken. So the point is, if you get one more additional room of this, like one round more, this is really bad, both of these, because this would damage you and this would increase the damage you take from the monsters. So in both of these cases, it's bad. But from that point of view, like when you're taking gems, it's quite situational. You should always think what you have already of the gems and what can provide you a great benefit. For example, we had chance of unlocked doors and reduced chance for keys. So for example, taking dodge after that makes sense because you're not gonna fight as you have reduced chance for keys, and at the same time you have chance of unlocked doors, so you don't need keys by that logic. So from that point of view, you benefit from dodge even more. Having one locked doors while you have chance of unlocked doors is also good, because one door will always be sort of the lockable door, and then there is a chance that it will be unlocked, which is great because behind it there is no monsters. So you need to strategize in such sense. There are also some strategies, but this is sometimes hard to pull off, that you always go for reduced damage. So you take 2 or 3 gems of fate. I don't know if there is even 3. I know there is 2 of each, but I don't know if there is 3. Of reduced damage, for example, you take I don't know the names of the gems of fate, but let's say it reduces damage by 20%, reduces damage by 30%, and you stack these two for 50%, and then you run the floors. It gives you a really nice strategy to work with. The same goes with if you pair up Soul of the Rabbit and the other yellow one, which gives you the 20% of dodge. So you have 20 and 40 from Soul of the Rabbit, so 60% on top of what you already have. It's a really, really nice way to dodge. So there are such things where you can strategize and, if possible, collect certain gems of fate which work hand in hand with each other. And then with this in mind, you can actually push the dungeons fast or push the floors fast. The last thing which I would like to mention to you is that the legendary dungeon happens every approximately 3 months. So next time somewhere in October, so October I think. So you can now prepare yourself, level up and similar. And then when the new legendary comes, or collect mushrooms as well. And when the next legendary dungeon happens, you can then potentially get even more legendary items to increase your chance for legendary gems. But that's all for this episode and this mini series of legendary dungeon runs and legendary dungeon adventures. We will continue in the next episode with our regular progress and regular stuff, and we also have some stale features which we did not cover. And until the next episode, live long and keep on gaming.